anybody's watching this, I'm just making sure we're live. I don't think we are.
Bobby, I just want to say the Raz beard that you're going for right now. I'm totally digging it, man. I'm totally digging it.
Eventually, well, I had like a Riker beard from Star Trek like up to a week ago, but I was like,
He was always in charge. It was never Picard, man. It was never Picard.
Riker just looked cool. That was the cool thing about Riker. He just looked like a badass.
Yeah, man.
I don't think we're live. Son of a bitch.
It says it's live.
Yeah, it says it's live on here, but I don't think. Yeah, we're not live. You know what? I guess we don't go live. We'll just record.
Awesome.
This will be easier. People can. I'll work on it and I'll get it uploaded for Easter. So yeah, if 3, 2, 1. All right, we were supposed to be live, but if you're watching this, we're gonna have to do this a little bit differently because I am a bad planner. Apparently, I didn't put in the codes the right way. I didn't put the jigga-bobber with the bibbity bopper, and if I go any further, that's going to open up a rabbit hole that I don't want to get into. Anyways, I am here with a very special guest, the man of the hour, the man with power. Oh, wait, I used that for Diamond. So it doesn't matter. This guy is amazing. This is kind of like our Toy Fair meetup, because that's the only time I would ever see him was when I was in New York City. I am with the amazing DTour Customs.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Once you see this, however you see this.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's always a pleasure to chop it up with you and engage in the crisis in the Toyverse. You know, Comic Crusaders all day. I love you guys, especially you, Bobby. You're my man. 100 grand. Don't forget it.
100 grand. 100 grand. That sounds delicious, by the way. I haven't had 100 grand in a hot minute.
They're a rare pickup, but when you have it, it's just, you know, close your eyes and enjoy it.
Pure money. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm in a very special place right now, creatively. Just launched the store, DTourCustoms.com. Got some great weapons that you guys can take advantage of, and my love of toys has been augmented significantly. I don't know if maybe we have more daylight now, or you know, the toys are that good, but I feel really good about toys, and I'm excited to play. I'm excited to collect. I'm excited to review here with you today. And this is like optimal Saturday for me. So thank you again, man. This is awesome.
Oh, no, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And like I said, you know, I met you that first time in person, at least, that first year at Toy Fair. And that was awesome for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
But like, you know, and then I saw you not last year, it was last year because that was the last event everybody went to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I felt bad because I didn't make the connection between Brian, the person,
and Action Figure Neverland. Yeah, you know what it is. We because all of us were Toy Lover Crew, you know, years ago. So now, you know, finally meeting up with everyone and seeing the faces behind the names, it's like, oh shoot, that's you. You know,
I felt so bad. I have like this Catholic guilt about it still. Like, I'm not even joking. So Brian, if you see this, know that it wasn't. I just feel so bad. Like I didn't connect it when I saw you. So please forgive me.
No. It was the same for him too. You know, he probably didn't recognize you at first. I was like, hey Brian, that's Bobby, man. That's Bobby right there, man. So I said, he's like, oh, it's Bobby. And he just went nuts.
It was like, man, I screwed the pooch on this one.
Yeah.
I was like,
that, man. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Well, you know, it is what it is, I guess. But anyways, I got my Spawn way before you. So I've actually opened mine. I couldn't wait. I was like this at Christmas too. So quick backstory. I would never be surprised on Christmas. I would make a little tear on the package, flip the box over,
Yeah.
and on Christmas Day, open it up and be like, "Wow!" And then I'd be like,
Thanks.
"Christmas is over. This
But
is
you
kind of
have to act
boring."
surprised because I think the surprise is what people appreciate the most. And I don't think any kid never not knew what they were gonna get, you know. So totally forgivable. I was the same way. Wrap the gifts like, here, take this bag, enjoy your toy, Merry Christmas, and go beat feet, you know. So totally understand it.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I got my stuff first, but I know you haven't opened up everything based on our offline discussion.
Right.
But when you got your package, how did you feel? Like relief finally? Did you feel excitement, anger? Because there's been a lot of angry folks online about not getting their package.
So initially, I had anticipated that it was going to take a while. The promises of us getting it, I think we were supposed to originally get it back in November when he had promised it. But with COVID and everything, completely understandable. So I wasn't holding my breath. It's when I started seeing the shipment notification. So I had originally gotten a shipment notification for early March. And I'm tracking it, it's like, all right, it's going to be delivered on, it says Thursday. And then all of a sudden, I checked the tracking info again. It's blank. It completely vanishes. I'm like, whoa, wait, that's not supposed to happen. Phone home, somebody send help. This is crazy. Where's my package? What's happening here? So I kind of browsed online to kind of see what was going on, and I wasn't the only one. So it was a completely random, distribution of these packages. But I finally got it 4 weeks later, and it came in one big box, and each of these were individually packaged, and I was pretty stoked. I will say the packaging is top notch. They do really well with that. Just looking at just the box alone, aesthetically, you know, we got some really great visuals here. Like, this is awesome. It's a metallic green and a metallic red with, you know, the standard Spawn logo. This is a nice matte finish on the box, high quality box. And considering the price of the Kickstarter, it's really good. I opened up. Is the red one considered the classic? And the
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the classic, and the big boot is the modern. And I opened this one first, but I have not opened up the modern. So we're gonna knock that one out the park today. My initial reaction, it had a great plastic smell. So I was like, okay, this is not gonna be all bad, despite everyone's dismay and grumpiness toward the final end product.
Yeah, I know there were a lot of switches. Like, I'll be honest with you, and I told you this off air, like, I wasn't originally going to back this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because its first form was just a statue, basically.
Yep.
And I like Spawn and all. Spawn's cool. I grew up with Spawn in the 90s. I didn't have a lot of Spawn figures, which is why I got back into Spawn with what you start doing again. And kind of the main reason why I did this Kickstarter was because I could never find Spawn figures. They were always marked up at the comic stores as a kid. It was like trying to find that yellow Wolverine, the tiger stripe Wolverine with the claws that pop in and out. You never saw that in retail.
Okay.
All the scalpers had that stuff.
Yeah.
Same with Rogue. You never saw Rogue in the stores either.
Yep.
So I had a kid in the neighborhood who did have Spawn figures, so I got to enjoy them from like a second person perspective. So, but when I saw that statue, I was like, no, I'll pass. And then it was talked about the articulation. And then I was like, okay, this articulation looks good. I wish, as you unbox that thing, just pull them out. Pull them out. We don't need to be subtle here.
Pulling it out, man.
So as I saw the articulation, I was like, okay, there's enough there. I was like, I know some people are still going to complain, like, but I was like, okay, I'll get it. And then it had all the cool stuff. And then I bought the 3-pack. I bought all 3 with the signature.
So it's initially when I saw the Kickstarter drop, I was a bit skeptical, but then when I started seeing more and more images of the articulation breakdown, they do that spread where they take all the bare pieces.
Yeah, it was like,
and the exploded version looked great. I'm like, wow, this has a lot. And he promised us, Todd promised us a torso that was of that soft rubbery material.
Yeah, like the Batman Who Laughs and
right. And I'm like, well, he's incorporating all of these great elements, and I mean, how can things go wrong at this point, right? Knock on wood, right? and I opened this thing, and I'm instantly reminded of how disappointed I was when he made that change for the torso. Instantly disappointed, because not only did he give us a fixed torso, no ab crunch, no articulation whatsoever, he made it asymmetrical. Asymmetrical, Bobby. Why? What's the significance? Who's killing people at an angle like this? You know what
that's
I mean?
how the cool kids walk.
I mean, and it just really broke my heart, man. It just really did. I mean, so from head to toe, we have an amazing head sculpt. I actually like at least the central portions of the cape where the shoulders are. The paint is outstanding. Excellent shading. Excellent line paint. The articulation on the wrists are great. They don't feel weak. They're very substantial, and they blend in well with the musculature.
Mm-hmm.
The elbow, although it is single jointed, is designed in a way that doesn't really hinder the normal movement, and it actually works because they did a good job making the joints blend in with the bicep into the forearm.
Yeah, the way it hinges, it actually works really well. I think it works better than what people are used to. Like, I'm okay with hinge joints. Like, there's a lot of companies I buy from that have incorporate hinge joints. Mm-hmm. So it's never been a big issue for me. But I know for the articulation hounds of justice, they gotta have those single or double bend elbows. If it's a hinge, you're going to hell.
Yeah,
so
immediately. Immediately.
And I get it too, because as you have what you have in your hand, he does have double bends at the elbow.
Yes, which works perfectly, and I'm very happy with that. The hips, that groin piece, is actually of the same soft material we were expecting
the top to be
for this abomination of a torso. The chains I love the weight. I did see some people complain about the size of the chains, but realistically, these are great. They're not easily snapped. I remember I had a commando spawn from back in the day, and the chains kind of just fell off. They weren't sturdy enough. The links were kind of weak. So having this beefy chain is awesome. I like it a lot.
You say that, but side story, one of my chains was off on my
No way.
I just took some and I clipped it back on. It's fine now.
Yeah.
But it was broken off out of the package, and I was like, I'm not going to spend the time to complain about this. They're still trying to ship product out. This is an easy fix. This isn't even worth getting upset about.
You got to choose your battles, man. You got to choose your battles. You got to choose them, man. And what I didn't realize until maybe last night is that, Bobby, the neck is asymmetrical also.
Of course, it would make sense to go. You can really see the difference. We'll talk about it in the alternate heads, because that's where it gets really weird.
Oh my God, Bobby! I see. No matter how refined the quality of a figure is, whether it's bad quality, good, if it's symmetrical, I can work with it. Because asymmetry means what? Statue.
Yes.
Statue. I mean, come on, like it's 2021.
Okay. I'm glad you brought this up because I'm actually going to play devil's advocate here. And for the record, I'm not trying to defend Todd or anything, but I am in this case for this reason. The dude has a certain style and he wants to, when he gets his mind set on something,
Stuck.
You might as well be. The perfect way I can explain it, that I can relate to it in a way, not really relate to, but relate in hearing, is in wrestling. They always say you can't argue with Vince. Like you can do, if he's made up his mind that we're going to do this caca thing, we're going to do this caca thing.
Yeah.
And he's going to do it just to show you that he can do it and it'll come off the best that you'll ever see it. Case in point, Todd, I have a feeling that the dude is the same way. If he gets his mind set on something, this is how it's going to be. I'm not going to do an impersonation of Todd. This is how it's going to be. This is what it is. This is what I want. And we have a special guest.
Oh, it's my my dog. Say hello.
And they just disappeared. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, I know why he did what he did. I don't agree with it, but I know why he did.
I will say for Todd, he and I totally understand where you're coming from. He had no intention of making a modernized Spawn action figure. This was a complete tribute, a complete homage to his originally released Spawn statue figure. And it makes sense because it's built exactly the same with the exception of a few more articulated parts, but this torso is representative of his style, like you said, and what his intention was all along. This is for the fanboys in our age group that have grown up with this, that would, I'm in a weird space because as much as I understand it, it's hard. It's tough, man.
Fair enough. Let me ask two things. First question is this. Do you feel having it in your hands that you didn't get your money's worth?
Well, see, and this is where I'm going to sound as if I'm contradicting myself because for the price, this is excellent. It's crazy. For the price is excellent. So I think it was in the ballpark of like 40 per fig, if I'm not
plus shipping. Yeah, plus shipping.
Yeah, excellent because for $20 you get this guy, which is Premier Spawn, but the quality-wise, this is top-notch. Quality-wise, this is excellent from the paint, from the quality of the plastic. This plastic is a nice high density. I think this might be see if it says on the figure. It doesn't say, but this is a high density plastic, so it won't get brittle and crack over time. It's really high quality. The paint is high quality. The sculpting is amazing. We have metallic components. We have translucent components. The alternate hands, alternate head. Engineering aside, I mean, even with the weird asymmetry, the way this head neck apparatus is designed, it works to the overall aesthetic of the figure. So quality and price considered, that would be a 10 out of 10. The only reason I would give it a super low score of 2 is because I'm mad as hell. Symmetrical torso, damn it. But
no, I agree. For the price that it's at, I think it works beyond well. Whoa.
See, asymmetry. You can't balance. Center of gravity is all off, man. So
I'm going to set up my camera real quick, and I'm going to show you. I actually pulled the cape off.
Ooh. I've been afraid to. I feel like
it's not as difficult as you can. See,
Oh.
that back peg, I'm not as diverse as, say, you
Mm-hmm.
in terms of customs. So that back peg's really glued in there. I just cut it off. I was like, screw it. I'll pull the rest of it out later.
Yeah.
But I took it off. Let's get this other camera set up. But, I thought it was a fair price. I can't argue with the price of the figure and what's all packed in.
Yeah, it's a great bargain. And it comes with the comic book. The comic book alone, I would say, is a great selling point. I mean, all gripes aside, he really did a great job hooking us up with what could be a collectible for the ages. If I were to just have this as a standalone, and in the event that he releases a medieval spawn, which is something I would complain a lot less about, because my style, I love medieval themes. I'm actually gonna end up keeping these. I had complained. I'm gonna sell them. I don't want them anymore. The scalpers can get them. I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna keep them because I know he's gonna give us, medieval spawn. And there's a new Violator coming out. I saw images of. That alone made me reconsider getting rid of these guys.
You were really on the fence of getting rid of them.
No, I wasn't on the fence. I had when you told me you wanted to take a look at them, I was like, as soon as me and Bobby finish that show, I'm getting rid of them immediately. But seeing that beefy Violator that's inbound, seeing
the Redeemer and the Gunslinger.
Yeah, exactly. And then seeing, a Mandarin spawn kind of just hanging out there. It's all relative. And I told myself, you know what? Get over yourself. This is how Todd works. You have 2 spawns. You can customize one to make your definitive spawn with a wide cape, but leave one of these pristine, leave them pure, leave them the way Todd intended, because Todd has given us a lot in terms of the genre. And as angry as I was just throwing a tantrum. I was just being a big baby about it. Now I'm a big baby, man. It's my toys, and I want them now the way I want them. But
So,
as much as I can't stand it, oh damn, Bobby. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. You hooked it up with something that completely changes the look. And
it does. It changes the figure
completely. And looking at that now, I'm gonna customize mine with a couple of upgrades. I'm probably gonna customize the classic one, and I'll leave the modern one intact. Only because I'm not a fan of the big boot.
Really, you're not a fan? I like it because it's so different. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the boot to me is just so awkward and strange. I like it for some reason.
Mm-hmm. And because I don't like the big boot is the reason why I'm not going to customize the big boot version. I feel like,
well, you have,
yeah. I got this guy too. I had actually wanted to put a pair of armored legs for the shins. I was probably going to grab it off like an Azrael figure or something like that.
Okay.
And start on like a medieval spawn custom. But this guy, I'm totally gonna clip the cape. I was actually thinking about leaving these shoulder sections and just having like a wired insert and getting rid of these like weirdo hinges.
I saw who was it? I think it was Jay Hernandez talked about that on his video where he was gonna, because the cape's in 3 sections.
Mm-hmm.
So he was going to keep that main section, that the shoulders and the head part,
right,
and then just add cloth to it. And I was like, yeah,
I think it could work. My only thing is the collar. As much as I actually like how he molded this, I do want to have some options as far as which way the wind is blowing, because it can't blow this way all the time. You know what I mean? So
sure it can. In the Spawn verse, it blows that way all the time.
Winds are 10 miles per hour northeast always.
So let's see here. I'm going to take him off of that stand. So what do you think of the alternate head?
So the alternate head,
on the classic,
it's I like it a lot actually. In this case, it's again another asymmetrical piece. However, the paint and the detail is outstanding. The screaming, ghoulish look for Spawn is just remarkable, and I'm here for it. I am totally here for it.
So with the cape attached, I'm able, with this wired cape, I'm able to hide that neck the way that the pre-pose is on that head.
And that's amazing. That's amazing. Like, it looks so damn good, Bobby. Look at that. Oh, looks so good.
So here was my thing, and we talked about this off air, but I know there was a lot of people who wanted this Kickstarter to have this instead of visual aids, folks. They worked in elementary, they work here too. Instead of this. And I get it, and I agree. But like I told you, Todd's not really known for his soft goods.
No.
I can't recall any figure that has soft goods. There may have been one or two with a scarf or something, but chances are all that was molded.
Yeah.
So why would I want Todd to touch soft goods for the first time on an expensive, quote unquote, expensive Kickstarter?
And that's one place I actually agreed with Todd. I'm like, rubber cape, cool, but cloth, not from Uncle Todd. No way.
No.
It's not his style. It's dynamic is not his forte. It's more static. It's more snapshot in time as the comic intended. Because if you think about the way that the comics were, it's moments in time. This is not a stop motion or some sort of sequence where you need to consistently close your figures. This is a moment in time frozen to last forever. That's the love behind statues, and that's where he's at. That picturesque moment just captured and cemented in time. That's where he's at. So wired goods, cloth goods, nah.
No, I agree. What do you think of the gun and the dagger?
So I actually like.
I keep messing up you getting to that modern spot.
Well, no, yeah. So these translucent green pieces are special because I love energy effects and translucent pieces. I don't know how they did it, but they added some sort of maybe like a neon element to these to really make them look like they were glowing. Even on camera, it has like this nice glow when it captures the light. It like cycles the light through the piece, and it looks amazing. And they're sturdy. They're malleable. They're not stiff. These are actually really, really nice and highly detailed. I have no issues with these pieces. Even
the dagger I could do without. I would have liked a dual set of.
Yeah, the dagger is a little weird. Like for a guy who can shoot ectoplasmic energy and manifest weapons in a way that most heroes can't. A dagger is kind of weak. Like if you can shoot things, you don't really need a close combat melee weapon like a dagger.
Makes a great Green Lantern accessory.
Or if you want to get creative, you can find some way to tether it to the end of this effect right here, so it looks as if he's throwing like an energy dagger at someone.
Yes, that would be very cool. And it's hard for me to complain about the dagger because it wasn't promised or included at all. So it's like
it's totally bonus. But I will say the sword is awesome. This sword is it's meaty. It has a honed edge and has all of the Spawn adornments that you would expect. Has great hilt, great paint. I'm a big fan of this sword.
And the fact that it can peg out.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Yes, I'm a big fan of this. This is nice. This is really nice. The more and more I'm talking about it, like I'm starting to accept the shortcomings of the Kickstarter spawn, and I'm starting to come to terms. Oh wow,
Do you like the gun?
I love the gun. I mean, I kept it in the blister, but just looking at it right now, it has a great paint scheme. It's a great size. Wow, it has the saw blade at the end of the muzzle,
Mm-hmm.
bayonet style attachment. This is a really good weapon. I plan on making some real heavy artillery for him, maybe a Gatling and things like that, and I'll share it with the community too whenever I get around to it. But the weapons, I have no issues with the weapons.
Even the club with the hook and the nails.
Oh hell yeah! Oh, that's coming. Oh, that's coming. That's coming. And sometimes like I get overwhelmed by the accessories that come with the figures, like Mezco. Oh my god, they give you a heap of weapons and accessories, and
You mean like that new Wolverine?
all and all the claws.
If anybody deserves the ultimate name, that Wolverine deserves it.
Yeah, worth every penny with that guy. But I totally appreciate that. They give us just enough hands, just enough weapons, so we can actually enjoy the fig without going crazy trying to find baggies to put everything in. You know what I mean?
I'm horrible at accessories. I lose accessories like you
Bobby.
wouldn't even know, dude.
Same, Bobby. It's a wild goose chase trying to find these accessories. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. We got modern. Open up the modern now. Get this tape off. I think we might have a game changer here.
If I had sound effects, I'd do something.
Okay. Let me get my Excalibur so I can clip these.
Oh damn!
Right? Heavy duty.
That thing even retracted, made a sound. That thing's intense.
Yeah. Ooh baby. Oh wow. Okay. Let me get this big old blister out of the way. Wow. Okay. Wow. Look. So the first thing that kind of stands out to me. Get this out of the way. This head sculpt.
The shoelace?
Yeah, the shoelace. It's really nice. I like it a lot.
I like the shoelace head too. You know the backstory on that, right?
No, what is it?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's not DC continuity. I believe it's just Spawn continuity. Batman threw a batarang into Spawn's head, and it caused it to split. So the shoelace, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I could be 100% wrong about this, but that's the way I've always understood it.
Right.
So that's why he has the shoelace face.
This is awesome, man. This is nice, and it's bittersweet because, again, if it was a symmetrical torso, this would be easily figure of the century. Holy cow!
Well, it was figure of the year.
It was, yeah, even before everybody got theirs, right?
I'll be honest. I thought it was worthy of the honor based on everything that he did to make it happen and all the stuff he was including. But in no good conscience could I vote for something that was not even released yet.
Yeah, I will say this. Considering all things considered, he did get it out to everybody rather quickly. Most Kickstarters don't deliver that fast.
This was for my first Kickstarter.
Ooh.
This was my first.
Well, this was maybe my 5th or 6th, and this one came the fastest.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Didn't Mythic Legion start as a Kickstarter?
Yeah. This one definitely came the fastest. I gotta say, it even with Suez Canal causing delays. This one.
Folks, I promise it's coming. Those emails were the best. Where's my goddamn toys at?
Yeah.
It was like, well, Todd, if you had announced that they were coming in December, you probably would have saved yourself a little bit of grief.
Yeah.
If you just said in the middle of January, they're on their way, everybody probably would have swallowed things a lot better.
Oh yeah, it would have been fine. So comparison of modern and classic and MK11. Now I see how everybody was doing the swaps. This MK11 has the ideal torso, great legs, but I will say the boot on the Kickstarter spawn is the legit. This is the legit one. That hands down captures all of the spawn that people have come to grow and love. Let me smell it. It smells good, Bobby.
There's nothing quite like a smell like that.
That smells good. And looking at the boot on this guy, I don't think I mind it.
It's not as clunky as the other one.
It's not. It has a relative flair that you don't see in the MK11 one. The MK11 version it's too conical. But this one looks like it can move a little bit. It can shift as he walks. He can flex it. Like it's more organic.
Yeah, the MK boot it looks, when you look at it from an aesthetic standpoint, it looks bulkier.
Yeah, agreed. So final verdict on the pair. Well, I'll do it like this. Price wise, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 on the price. Paint quality, and incorporation of metallic components, accessories, boxing, comic, 10 out of 10. Design. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10, but you got to subtract 6 for each of these torsos. So, well, 3 for each torso. So yeah.
Oh my god.
But overall, I think it is a great investment. If you want to customize it, it's relatively easy, like you did. Just pop the cape off. You can throw a soft goods cape on.
I mean, the articulation on the guy changes so much dramatically.
Yes, because you don't have this 2 door hinges on his back.
So even that design aspect changes a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That asymmetrical torso actually becomes a little more
bearable.
Yes,
I agree. I agree. After seeing yours, after seeing what you did,
and I did nothing. I just found the best spawn. I think that's the best spawn cape on the market that I have seen that you can pick up in order.
Oh yeah,
that's the I forget the guy's name. Oh my gosh,
is it? It's not GPS Loud, is it?
No, it's the guy's based in China, I believe. He does a lot of capes. He's done that nice shredder cape, that Shao Kahn cape.
Oh yeah, I gotta pick up one of those.
I need to pick up that Shao Kahn cape for sure.
I still haven't opened up my Shao Kahn.
What? Did you get Mortaro yet?
Oh my god, yeah, I'll show him on the live. That's a big boy, man.
That guy's awesome. I just need Kintaro.
Yes, we need, and Storm is gonna give it to us, man. They're gonna give it to us.
And then I need Blaze, and then I need the Dragon one, and then
yeah, we need some female warriors in there. I think we could benefit from the Melinas, the Katanas.
What's her name? The female Goro.
I forget, but we need her too.
Yes, I would buy her. I'm kind of staying away from Storm, like basic figures. I don't want to say basic, but like ninjas and regular characters. Like with them now, I'm just like, the bigger the character, the more I'm willing to invest.
I think we have the same taste as far as those go. The bigger the character, the more robust the collection looks. So I think, I totally agree with you there, man. A ton.
So, talk about the accessories on the modern, because they are different.
Yes.
While you do that, I'm going to find something. So, I'm listening, though.
So, of course, you get the hands. I was actually a bit shocked with the hands. They actually look really, really good. They're not as stiff as you usually see characters' hands get. 2 sets, a set of grab hands and a set of sword gripping hands. They smell good too.
They smell good too? Yeah. This guy.
But I like how they set us up. So if you look at the sword, like you said, it pegs in. It kind of prevents you from having to stretch out fingers and thumbs to make me grip a weapon. That I like a lot. Let's see what are the other weapons. Now this gun, I actually like this one better than
the other one.
This one looks like it's heavy damage. My rocket launcher is a bit crooked, but that's nothing a little bit of heat can't fix. I do notice that if it gets stressed too much, it'll probably shear off. So this is true to the brand. I've had weapons of his in the past shear off like that, so I'm probably just gonna leave this as is and not mess with it too much. But the paint is amazing. You have a handful of metallic coloring. You know, you have silvers, you have champagnes and coppers and bronzes, and on top of the black dry brushing. This is top notch weaponry right here. This is really good. I like this a lot. And of course, and I don't know. Well, maybe this does make sense, but he gave us another set of daggers and this energy effect. So
you got the same energy effect in that one?
Yes, it's the same on both.
I got this one.
Hey, I didn't get that.
But I got the 3-pack.
That's not fair. Yeah, he gave me 2 of these guys.
Well, at least you have a matching set, because in the other one, in the white or in the artist proof, I got this one.
This is all over the place now. I mean, what is going on here? And
so artist proof, and then
it's pretty good. I just pulled out the Al Simmons head sculpt.
The Jon Stewart head sculpt, you mean?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to have human eyes. That's why I called it the Jon Stewart head sculpt.
Yeah, I mean, I get the green glowing, but it would have been good to have an option, you know. And this is good too because the head is articulated. It's on a peg on top of having that asymmetrical plug-in for the neck. But
yes, because as you can see, folks.
Bam. Get some. Bobby, what torso is that? Can you bring that up to the screen? Okay, that's MK11, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The head won't fit because you had to pop off the top, but
yeah, for a second I thought that was maybe a kit bash, but it looks like it's fully MK11. But it looks great. It looks great on the MK11. Let me try that. That looks great. That looks great, Robbie.
You're gonna have to heat up that head. That head's on tight.
Oh, the Al Simmons. I can tell already. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll come in a second.
Do you need to step away from her? I can edit this out.
No, that's just my my fiance's dad. No, fiance, wife. I missed the peg. I just like yanked it off. But
see, he looks great on that MK body. Like,
looks really,
and you get another use out of a head that he gave you. That's what I like too.
Yeah, this is actually pretty nice. I wasn't able to grab the peg, but I mean it sits pretty well. It sits pretty well.
So did you get? I got 2. Okay, so since I got the 3-pack, I got 2 of these.
I got 0. I didn't get any of those. What is that? The hook?
Yeah, you didn't get this? Are you sure? Look.
It's not in the box, Bobby.
You should have gotten one of these at least.
I didn't get that at all, man. I'm mad. I'm mad again. I'm upset again.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I just assumed everybody got all of the same stuff.
Oh, what? Man, I missed out. I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all.
That's kind of lame.
Yeah, man. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I should have pledged more. For like maybe an extra $40, I could have got all of that stuff.
The cool thing is though, so like, here's another spawn. Okay, so backstory. I bought like 2 spawns. I bought the one with the sword, and then I bought the one with the mace because I wanted the mace. And then I bought the white spawn which sounds really weird to say out loud.
The white and pink.
The white spawn. For the axe, even though it's a little bloodied, I was like, I'm not buying a third regular version spawn for an axe. I will buy a color change version for the axe, but I think I'm done with the MK11 spawn.
Yeah,
I don't care about the Yellow Jacket spawn. I don't care about the Detroit Lions spawn.
and it's gonna be a gold one at some point too. Watch.
We're not gonna go there. Actually, to be fair, I did order my first gold, pure quote unquote, not gold label, but gold McFarlane figure, and that was that Lunar Batman. That the
armored one. The armored one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I thought that looked cool.
Hell back.
Yes, and at least it had red, and it wasn't just pure gold. I could just
pretty damn good. I actually like that one. I'm actually considering scooping that one up.
Those dang figures are like Pokemon to me, dude. I gotta catch them all.
Yeah, man. I love those releases. They're so robust. Again, some are hit and miss, but for the most part, I like them a lot. They scale well.
I'm really bummed out that you didn't get different. I thought everybody would have got the same.
Honestly, I'm less upset because what's gonna end up happening, I'm probably just gonna make my own. I'm just gonna
you know.
Yeah, but wow, it's just crazy, but I'm really stoked about this comic book.
I meant to ask you, what do you think about the comics? Because as you know, I'm with Comic Crusaders, but like they look at this Kickstarter totally different than you and I.
Oh yeah.
Because they look at it from nostalgia and the comic book and the whole package presentation. Most of the folks are not. The average person is not. Oh, those nice throwbacks there.
That makes me feel good, man.
But most of the people don't. I don't want to say harp, but focus in so much on articulation like you and myself. And I'm not like a super dynamic poser either. So I don't know. It's weird seeing. I saw both viewpoints.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the articulation hounds viewpoint, and then I saw the comic fans viewpoint. They just wanted something from Todd that was special to them.
Yep. And I see it now. I totally see it now. I mean, everything you get is it's completely nostalgic. There's nothing about this package that says, "Hey, brand new." You could throw it out. You could throw it out. Yeah.
So yeah, a long time.
Yeah. I was looking for. Or just leave it outside for me. I'll go grab it. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Sorry, Bobby.
It's okay. I can edit it. We're not live apparently. I did all the steps. We didn't go live. So
Yeah.
I can edit that out. That's not a big deal.
Just having these two here with me now and having the comic books and everything that comes with it, it's definitely a huge throwback to the 90s and everything that came out, and it's really special. I understand now, and I'm less upset than I was yesterday or the day before that or the weeks before that and everything.
I really can't believe you would. You're blowing my mind that you were really on the fence on selling it until you saw the universe expanded. You mean you watched the same video of everything?
I know, man. But it's kind of like if I don't see instant continuity or consistency coming from the lines, if I can't trust them to make more characters or more versions that go well with what they're releasing, I'm gonna try to jump ship. I'm like literally on the starboard end, man. I'm gonna go on the deep end, man. But seeing that Violator that's en route, I'm extremely happy. So I don't know which one of these I'm gonna customize, but it'll probably be classic Spawn.
That's what I'm gonna. I ordered another cape for the modern version. I've already taken off the cape off my modern version.
Yeah.
So
what I might do, I might leave these two guys intact and just get a bunch of these and customize these instead. I feel
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah, I feel like I can do more with a $20 figure, and I don't want to taint or corrupt this ensemble over here because it has its value in the way it's set up, and I have to maybe appreciate that and kind of pay respects to the history behind it. This is a museum. This is not for practical play, to be honest. So
I will say, I took the cape off. You do have that ugly spot there.
it looks damn good though, man. I like it. I like it. Like you said, it's a completely different figure when you take that cape off. Oh, asymmetrical back. Turn it back to the front, Bobby. Turn it back.
No. The power of Christ compels you.
No! But yeah, it's just one of those things. Again, I'm gonna go hunt down those capes, and I'll probably swap the capes out. And the cape you have, are you able to fringe the shoulder sections at all? Are you able to prop them up like a pointy? Oh, you see, perfect.
Kind
Kind
of. The thing about this cape is the wires integrated so well, and the stitching is not thick. That's what turns me off about a lot of the capes. I'm not saying anyone's cape's bad. I've had my own experience making capes, if you'll recall. I just think it's the best cape overall that I've seen on the market. And it sits really well. I think this cape sits better on these Kickstarter figures than it does on the Spawn version, the Mortal Kombat versions.
Yeah, looking at it now, Bobby, I'm gonna say peace to Todd. Todd did a great job with these. I'm a spoiled collector. I'm very spoiled.
We all are. We live in a golden age of toys right now.
Yeah, I'm very spoiled.
You can pretty much get whatever you want if you can think about it, especially now that NECA's doing gargoyles. So, like, everything that you really ever wanted in action figure form, there's a version of it out there somewhere. Be it vinyl figures, articulated figures, premium figures, or even statues. There's a version of a character out there now.
Absolutely. And looking at it now, it's wrong to try and hold Todd to an industry standard that he has no intention of conforming to. He is who he is. He's going to put out what he puts out. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it.
That's been my whole philosophy the whole time. This is the part that frustrates me the most with the community a lot of the times. I've been guilty of it myself in the past too. It's like, why blah, blah, blah. Nah, why aren't you making this way? Why doesn't it have that? Don't buy it. There's enough other product around.
Don't buy it. Yep.
You can go buy other stuff.
That's it. It's his own property. He's not producing something that belongs to us. It's his. It's who he is. He is Spawn. So for me to say you should be making who am I to say what Todd should be doing? Todd is putting out a product, and if you want it, you like it, go ahead. If you don't, kick rocks, beat feet. This Spawn has never been anything except this. Spawn has been more statue than action figure for its entire existence. So now that I'm kind of processing it different, I'm okay with this. I'm good with this.
He does move around, and like I said, once you get rid of the big doorstop there, being those big capes, and you put on a different cape, if you choose to do that, it does change the figure enough where you're going to have no problems posing it,
right,
and having movement. So, and I knew this going in that I was going to buy a wired cape for Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered the 3-pack signed trilogy, knowing that I was going to buy a wired cape, okay?
Absolutely.
If I figured this out, little old me, who lives in Colorado of all places, could figure this out. I don't understand why others cannot, who like to voice their opinions.
Yeah, and again, I'm guilty. I'm totally guilty because I was, it was a lot of ups and downs. It was a roller coaster for me. It was a lot of, I hate this, I love this, I'm gonna come to terms with it, but now I hate it again. I'm gonna sell it, but now the final look with these two in hand, I'm okay with these. Minus the tape. I've come to terms. You know, you remember in Forrest Gump, you know, Lieutenant Dan, and how he uses hating life. I'm Lieutenant Dan right now that goes to the ocean and goes for that swim and comes back, you know, married, you know.
So you're telling me you're coming back with titanium rods instead of legs?
But instead of titanium legs, it's gonna be wired cable. Yeah, it's not as horrible as, you know, one might think. I mean, look at these biceps. These biceps are awesome. This head sculpt is awesome. You know, this big boot is bearable. So this guy's gonna get a wired cape, and this guy's gonna get a wired cape too, because I love this Spawn head sculpt. It is outstanding. It is outstanding. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the only one that comes with the imagine if I didn't get both. I'd be screaming right now.
There are people who are very mad that the modern version didn't come with a Spawn head.
How could he not come with his? I mean, wow! I just realized this. Well, now I'm gonna have to really customize one of them, because since he doesn't have a normal Spawn head, I think
it looks like somebody's gonna be doing some projects.
Yes. So guess who's getting sacrificed now? Modern Spawn is about to get sacrificed for his parts, unfortunately. So
no.
Yeah. So Classic Spawn is the winner. He's the better of the two for me. He'll just get a normal cape swap, and I'm gonna leave him alone with his comic book and all his accessories. But Modern Spawn is getting dissected. You are gonna get dissected, my friend. I'm gonna do some 3D print modifications and some body swaps with the MK11, and we'll see where that takes me.
We'll have to have you back on once those. Well, I'll have you back on anytime. Who am I kidding? We'll have to check in with you again on the progress of that once you complete it.
Hell yeah, man! Yeah, your custom is inspiring me right now. That cape is everything.
I'm not even a custom. It's just a simple kit bash.
Custom, buddy.
I okay. In all fairness, it was real simple to do once I figured out what needed to be done. I was very nervous messing with it the first time because nobody had done it. I hadn't seen anybody, and then somebody posted a picture on Instagram of somebody actually getting the cape off, and they said they had no instructions or anything. They just like, here's the cape removed. I was like, okay, it can be done effectively. Oh, yeah. I'm not the guy to do it. And I discovered it by accident because the joints were kind of tight on this, and I was heating up the front, and the tops popped off. They just came off on their own.
Oh, that's perfect.
I was like, all right.
And a small part of me wants to believe that maybe they understood that people were going to do this. So they like, don't glue that part. Just leave it a little loose.
That back's glued in super tight, though.
Mm.
That thing, I've multiple times, it did not. It just stretched and stretched and stretched. So finally I was like, yep, we're cutting this off.
Oh, it's a game over situation right now, man.
But no, I mean, I really love I really do like this. With the Kickstarter and everything, it was nice to get Spawn figure. Like, my wife's like, I never really hear you talk about Spawn. I'm just like, that's because there hasn't been a lot of Spawn in figure form that I cared to buy.
Exactly.
Like, I ordered like a custom like Spawn hoodie and stuff. Like, it's got the logo on it.
Yeah, that's such a great feeling.
It was like, I was like, I do like Spawn. It's something from my childhood that I liked. And I think, like you said, this Kickstarter really does that. It really harkens back to that 90s feel and vibe. And I think he executed that part well. Is the articulation perfect? Absolutely not.
No, it's still, well, I mean, the articulation is great. It's that damn torso, man.
I know. I really wish he would have went with that Batman Who's Laughs torso like
Yeah,
that.
because you still could have achieved that same, you know, kind of slanted posing, and you would have still had a go-to for a normal figure. So I get it, but if and I'll say this may have been a bummer uh, for a lot of folks, but for me personally, if he announces a medieval spawn Kickstarter,
It's happening. They're just waiting to make sure all this stuff's out first.
yeah, I'm
There's
not.
still people getting notifications that
Of course.
I saw an email last week. I was like, oh, they're still not done with this yet.
Medieval Spawn, I'd back 100% because
You better back all three versions.
all three versions. Yeah, I'd totally be okay with it because despite maybe having maybe the same asymmetry on the torso, just the design of something like that, it would be something I would love to have.
The torso's going to be like this time for you.
Yeah, yeah. I totally back it. Just because I prefer that version of Spawn over any incarnation, classic, modern, you name it, Mandarin. The medieval one is the one that I love the most. So
Medieval Spawn is pretty cool. I have to say that Medieval Spawn got a lot of love in figure form.
oh yeah, well I mean there was a complete branch of back when they were dropping figures, and it was amazing. Me
Them
trying
and that and the Mandarin line got a lot of love.
I remember picking up a manga Spawn where he was like the robot.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty cool too, but yeah, medieval Spawn, that's the bee's knees right there.
It goes in line perfectly with the stuff you love. I meant to ask you how. I know you showed the pictures of what I sent you, but how you digging that thing? I've never bought one of those figures before.
Oh my god! So for anybody who doesn't know, Bobby sent me a TB League Anubis figures. It's based off these rubbery Fison bodies, and Bobby. So I have the 1/6 version.
Oh, you didn't? I see. I didn't know that.
I had the 1/6 version. When you sent me I'm like, so Bobby sends me this 1/12 Anubis as a wedding gift. I love you, bro. Thank you so much. And it's just as amazing as his 1/6 counterpart. I would say it scales more with SH Figure Arts.
Oh, it's that small?
Yeah, it's a bit smaller. It's a bit smaller.
Oh, I was hoping it would be a little bulkier.
Yeah. I mean, but all things considered, the quality is amazing, and just the texture, that real feel. It's so good. I love it to death, man. I put it in this. I'm actually not home now, but I put it in this glass encasement so that he can live in his godliness for all eternity. It's awesome, man. It is awesome. I actually pre-ordered the
Horse?
Horse. Yes, Horse is inbound. Horse is inbound. So you can't just have one Egyptian god. You need all of them. So
I was able to satisfy my Egyptian god love by sending that to you from afar without getting in.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a vortex that you could get sucked in very easily, but once you have it, it's like, wow, this is centerpiece quality stuff. That whatever studio makes those, from inception, it's really good, bro. It is really, really good. Highly recommended.
Yeah, it came down between Anubis and one of those knights, those COO knights.
The Ku models, yeah, the Ku. I have those too. The Palm Empires, they're amazing. They're so damn good.
I never see anybody talk about them.
It's very niche. It's very pocket collector kind of popularity. But for people that do have them, they love them. And you don't want to see people selling them either, because if you're buying them, you more than likely to keep them. And they're really good. The 1/6 on those are amazing too, man. I mean, just outstanding. If I ever fall into another rabbit hole, that's the next one. I have the Gothic Knight and the Standard Knight as well.
Speaking of rabbit holes, I'm gonna go off subject here real quick. So remember that video I showed you, or that screenshot of my YouTube hours?
Oh yes, you clocking in like
almost 3,800 days, or I don't know what it was, 3,800 hours, whatever it is, because it just plays on the background at work.
Right. Which is
I need background noise.
It's the same thing. I can't go to sleep unless I hear New York City sirens.
Oh, you're like in My Cousin Vinny when Joe Pesci falls asleep in the prison. He
Yeah,
can't stand the outside noises and the
yeah.
train, but the prison riot, he's sleeping like a baby. I was like, ugh.
So good, man.
So there's this channel called Down the Rabbit Hole. I'll send you a link to it. Like, it's these off-wall things, be it on YouTube or the YouTube drama, different books, movies, and stuff. And there's a story called The Final Fantasy House. I don't know if you've ever heard about it.
Haven't.
There's these people who started a Final Fantasy religion where they like leech off people. They're called like soul takers or something weird. Anyways, they recruited these people and they had this shit going on, right? And then one of the dudes broke away and they found another house to leech off of. Like, the lady moved in and she said, "Oh, I got this great job," because this guy had a good screening process, or so he thought. And she comes in and then magically she loses her job a week later. And then she starts doing like these weird like Final Fantasy cult things, recruiting other people so they could buy her expensive food. And it's just, I'll send you the link. It's crazy. Down the Rabbit Holes, this channel. It's just ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's pretty cool too, man. Like,
it's this really cool channel.
You just like ride on like chocobos and
yeah, like literally, like when you have some free time at night, you need to just have this on in the background because it's mostly an audio thing. You could just have it playing in the background.
Yeah,
you don't have to pay attention to it unless he does like YouTuber guys, and you could see the other drama unfold. But like, yeah, no, the Final Fantasy house, it was just like this whole thing. It got on different message boards. They had a thing about furries, like how the whole furry culture started.
Yeah.
And I had no idea about this. So like it went to the next video, and that was the next video apparently. So I learned all about that culture, and I was like, what the hell?
Real out there, man. Like,
because there was this girl I knew in college. She was really cool. I tried to hit on her, and then I realized she had a boyfriend, and I backed away like super fast. Like and so we became really good friends, and the friendship was great. It was awesome. She's cool. She used to bring me food when I would RM and like all this cool stuff. But anyways, she wrote an article one time for Psychology on furries, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? And I'm a prude, dude. Like, I'm a prude. Like, I am not like into the sub lives or anything. Like, I'm a prude. Like, I am
potatoes, man. No sides, no none of that.
No, I have that like I was raised Catholic, and my mom like stretched in that sex is the devil, and like you only use it for procreation, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. So, I mean, I'm not that horrible, but like, you know, people will say, and I say off-color things too, but like I just say them just to say them. Like I don't. But when I hear somebody else say them, like sometimes I'll blush and get red in the face.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. But anyways, I didn't mean to go off on that topic. Before we go, I wanted to talk about your page.
Yes.
You've gone viral. People are in love. Tell everybody more about that.
Finally. So, it's something I've been working on for a while, but finally was able to launch my website, www.DTourCustoms.com. Essentially, my vision was to offer custom designed weapons that you typically won't see anywhere else. Like I'll give you a great example. I have some pieces here. So this is an axe and shield set that I'm offering on the store.
Nice.
The inspiration behind it. It's one part medieval, one part fantasy, and all parts crazy. I mean, I like to freestyle designs. So this is called the Wormling Axe and Shield set. So I painted up some dragon scales and an eye in the center, and it has like this real gnarly lizard themed look, very reptilian. You know, something that maybe even Spawn could, you know, take advantage of in one of his battles. Or, and I just love stuff like that. Another custom piece that I did. I call this guy Overlord Mizar. A lot of it is geared toward like mythic legions, but like the weapons are completely wonky. They're something you would see out of a maybe like a World of Warcraft or some sort of Dungeons and Dragons kind of storyline. But it's one of those things I've always wanted to do and offer up. And I do tons of other stuff. So I got some great other projects, some sci-fi. I got some dioramas and some custom figures. But I just wanted the community to have an outlet to explore more eccentric designs and kind of step away from the norm. Typically when everybody's going right, I go left and
bam,
DTour. So yeah, and I think it's pretty cool. And the support has been overwhelming from you and from everybody else. It's been very humbling and very motivating too. Like I'm back in the lab now, designing brand new stuff for the store too. Like right back into it because I'm just like super motivated to offer up some new things. And like you said, we're in the golden age of collecting. Meaning it's a golden age of customizing as well. So just giving people options to kind of make their collections unique. We're all going to end up with the same toys. So why not have something to spruce it up and make it look a little bit different for the display? So
yeah, make it your own. Have an even deeper personal connection to it.
Exactly. Having there's nothing better than saying, hey, I customized this and I have a setup that no one else is going to have. That's special.
I looked down because I have your figure you did for me.
Oh yeah, the Batman villain. Yeah, man. It's just one of those feelings, man. It's like it feels great, and for me to share my creative experience and my joy for these things with someone else, and that's special to me. Also, that's better than any monetary or quantifiable value you can put on any of these toys or anything. Just being able to share with somebody, who's not in your proximity. Like you're in Colorado right now, but we're sharing, our hobby, we're sharing our love. And that means something to me, man. Distance is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. And this is what it's all about. So I'm very happy that things are kind of unfolding the way they are.
I agree. I mean, you're such an active part. I'm almost jealous of you. Well, I am jealous of you all the time. Here's why. You're so deep in the community and you take the time to go through everything, and I get burnt out on social media so fast.
Yeah.
I am not a social media guy. I put the stuff out there. If you like it, great. You saw it, whatever. I really don't care at that point. It's there for. I mean, I do care, but it's I don't want to force people to every time they see something hey, make sure you check this out, and you don't do that. You're there in the community. You'll help anybody from A to B to C. You're just a genuinely good guy.
I appreciate that.
And I love that about you. When I came on with Toy Lover Crew,
good old days.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah.
I didn't really know I didn't know anything about the world of the toy photography. I knew of ACBA, but that's because they branded themselves as such. I was posting pictures just to get a little more enjoyment out of my toys.
Right.
I got sick and tired of just sticking them up and looking at them. I was like, I need to do something more with these.
Tell a story, give them a toy story,
I paid X amount of dollars here. They don't need to just sit on the shelf anymore.
They need to earn their keep.
Yes.
On the shelf. Yeah.
Yes. And then I start talking to you. I think it was after that really intense group conversation that time.
Oh no.
Where I felt like a mob hit was about to go down. I was like, what did I get myself into?
Yeah, I remember Nihai was telling me, Nihai, rest in peace, man. That's the guy that brought us together. But Nihai was like, hey, man, this was a one-off, man. Don't think this is normal. I hope not.
And then we started talking a little more after that, but it really wasn't until you left that I felt like we started talking a lot more, because I was bummed, because I'd always see you like posts and help out and stuff. And then when you were gone, I was like, we lost DTour. I was like, I started getting a little nervous. I was like,
but I think me leaving the toilet at the time, it kind of liberated us to make an even deeper connection. Because we weren't bound by the group, we were bound by our own volition and what we wanted to do and what we wanted to kind of engage and interact with. So I think that was a moment where I was like, you know what, this is not going to be why I interact with Bobby. I'm going to interact with Bobby because Bobby's a cool mofo and he's my guy. And
I'm okay.
Oh, come on, man. Bobby, you're the man, bro. Like when you reached out to me and you invited me to Toyverse, I was extremely humbled. I remember telling my wife, I'm like, hey, this is, Bobby didn't have to do this, man. Bobby came all the way from Colorado. I was like, yo, DTour, what you doing, man? You want to come to Toyverse? Like, hell yeah, man. I was out there stunting, taking pictures. I'm like, this is for Bobby. This is for Bobby. So
well, at that time, we did have the custom going on too, but that wasn't even my concern. Like, my concern was like, you're in New York, I'm in New York. I might as well talk to somebody from New York. Yeah. My sister lives in New York. I didn't even go see her. Like, I was like, I walked to, me and Talker walked to this chopped cheese place.
Yes.
New York City. In Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of Harlem, I think, like where like Spanish Harlem meets the other Harlem.
Getting those bodegas, man, they make you the best chopped cheese ever. Man.
I saw a video and they said this was like the best chopped cheese. Haji's. It was something. I forget the name of it. It was delicious. We had like two. We sat outside and just ate.
So damn good, man. That's New York cuisine, baby. That's New York. That's how we do it, man.
I was like, what? See, okay. New York, to me, would be the most horrible place to live. I could not do it.
Oh, it's expensive. It is.
It's not even expensive. It's the attitude of people walking down the street, the loudness, the trash on the side of the street. I was just like, I like my little suburban life here where I can roll my trash up to my like area where I keep my trash and just put it out the night before, and then they bring it back up to me. Like, and then the loud factor, everyone's so loud and angry.
You don't sleep, we're loud. Bobby, I can't go to sleep without the cries and screams and the sirens. It's just ambient noise to me, and I love it. I can't sleep without it. In fact, sleeping in the suburbs for me, the silence is too loud. The silence is definitely. So I love it, man. I completely love it.
We're totally on different spectrums because, like, when I go to sleep at night, I'll put on like snowstorms and like mountain sounds. Like, that's what I need. Like,
neighborhood cats for me.
No, absolutely not. You're crazy. Like, but I was happy that we made that connection in New York City because
absolutely.
It was real awesome. And then I saw you last year,
Yeah, it's always a blast, man. And back-to-back years, it was awesome. And it kind of gives value to what we're doing too, tagging up the way we tag up. It's always something to look forward to. And there's days when I'm at work, I'm like, man, I can't wait to show Bobby this, man. Bobby's gonna love this, man. It's just awesome, bro. The connection, bro. It's real. It's real. I heart you, Bobby.
I heart you. I don't know what that looked like. That looked like but this is more a heart.
Yeah, it looks great.
No, I mean, like I said, it's a special age we live in. It's so nice to have someone like you around and to call a great friend and just a good human being. I know the world as of late's been chaotic and stuff, and I'm not going to dive into that, but it's nice to see there are great people around from all walks of life, from all parts of the world and country, state, whatever, however you want to phrase it. I sound drunk as I say that, but no, I just think you're just an awesome person. I want you to know that.
Likewise, man. The feeling is definitely mutual, brother. I appreciate you, man, for everything. I really do, man. And honestly, if I didn't sit down with you today, man, these guys would have went up on eBay or something. So
you're out of your mind. I can't.
Todd, if you're listening, if out there, if any of your associates are listening, just know that Bobby saved you today. On this day, the 3rd of April, Bobby saved you.
Wow. I'm glad I could have played a small role, but the fact that you opened them and messed around with them, I'm sure helped a lot too. Like I said, my only disappointment with you are these, and I don't do this to brag or anything. I just wish you would have gotten cool.
It would have made a difference. It would have made a difference. But
at least you got a matching set.
Yeah, I can do them on either hand. So
yeah, so that's not the end of the world. So
not at all.
Absolutely. So if people want to get a hold of you and follow your work, or I mean, obviously we got the website up there, but if you're looking at the screen, folks, you can also drop him a follow at DTour _customs, because some jerkwad has the other name apparently.
Stole it. He stole it. Fizzy lifting drinks. You get nothing, sir. Yes, DTour _customs on IG. www.detourcustoms.com. If you want to check out my wares, do so. You're gonna have a great time browsing. Super easy site to navigate. Yeah, definitely drop a like, drop a follow, check it out. And let's not forget, you got to check out my guy Bobby. Bobby, give him the information on the Comic Crusaders. Give him the juice, man.
I guess let's see here. We got that banner coming up here at the bottom. I guess I should have had that scrolling the whole time, but that's where you can find me. You can also head over to comiccrusaders.com for all things pop culture. If you're a fan of indie comics, there's tons of indie stuff on there from all the big indie guys, from Image to Valiant to, Dark Horse. There's so many people. Those are just IDW, like all over the place. They got the stuff. They got podcasts. They got video shows. We got people doing Magic the Gathering. We got people connecting from Australia and Florida, hosting a show that will be on tonight on the YouTube channel. If you want to check out my reviews, if you feel so inclined, there are articles and there's videos on YouTube. I try to have fun, but not be this silly. Try to have a little pinky up and sound a little more professional. But it is what it is. If you ever need information on action figures that you may have purchased, I try to, what I get and what I buy is stuff that I want. You won't find certain things on there. As DTour will let you know, I am not a Marvel Legends collector.
At all, baby. At all.
I still need to buy that Frogman though, because I would do with that Frogman.
I like the deviation and they're using that Doc Ock body. Really, really classy. I like it a lot.
Yeah, no, he's very cool. I wanted to go to a con dressed up as Frogman one time.
Let's do it, bro. Hey, if New York City Comic Con is not canceled, I mean, let's do it, man.
I don't know if I can do all those people. I get really agitated in large crowds.
Well, I'll be your bodyguard.
Well, it's not even you. I just can't stand stupid people stopping while I'm walking. That's you want to. I want to like take out a baseball bat and start breaking windows and like. I get angry, dude. I do. Okay, I will leave everybody with this story. I got in trouble at King Soopers or Kroger, depending on what part of the country you're in, or City Market. They have so many names. We were standing in line. This was about 1.5 years ago. We were standing in line, and the line was really long. So it went past the aisle it dipped into the aisles. That's how long the line had gotten. And there's this lady talking on her phone. We've been sitting in line like for a good 10 minutes because there's 2 old people who bought the whole entire store. So we've been waiting a while. She walks in and there's a gap so people can push their carts through as they go in. And she just cuts right in front. And everybody just looked around. And I was like, she hit the right nerve on the right day. And I went off on her. I cussed her out so hard. I used the C word.
Ooh.
I was like, look here, you ugly bitch. Like, get the fuck out of the way. I've been standing on, the managers came over. I was like, this dumb broad over here is cutting in line. Like, I have no patience for this. And yeah, so I don't go to the King Sooners anymore. I go to a different one.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it happens, man. But you know, I totally get you with the crowds, man. But whenever we get these cons back, man, we're gonna tear it up, paint the town red. Promise you that.
That will be fun. So once again, I want to thank you for coming on. I had a lot of fun talking about this. This was everything I wanted and more.
Yes, I totally appreciate you bringing me on, man. It's always a great time.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that's the show for today. Make sure one last time, check out this guy's website. He's got so much amazing stuff going on. And I legitimately mean that. So much cool stuff. You have to check it out. I'm really impressed. I've always been impressed with his work. And I can say that because I'm a friend of his. But I can also tell you, as somebody from the outside looking in, if you wanted to buy something, he's got some great stuff there. Of course, follow this man on Instagram. He is a good person to get to know, and he won't do you wrong. It's basically what I'm going towards. So, as always, I want to thank everyone. And any closing words before we wrap it up?
Common Crusaders, #1 push one in the biz. Ready. Or maybe you didn't hear her first, but it definitely won't be the last. Heart.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much. And until we meet again, great googly moogly.